Brazil's sugar industry dominates the world, yet there's a game-changing secret behind their rise. Discover how they've revolutionized production and eliminated harmful field-burning practices. What are the unique abilities do they possess that set them apart from everyone else? You will be absolutely stunned by the response. The evolution of sugarcane harvesting practices. A significant portion of the world's sugar is derived from sugarcane, yet the harvesting process poses considerable challenges for farmers. To facilitate the collection of the sweet juice-laden cane, many opt to burn their fields prior to harvesting. This practice effectively removes the leaves, allowing for a more efficient gathering of the cane. In Florida, which stands as the largest sugar producer in the United States, the smoke from these fires can be observed from great distances. Unfortunately, it is estimated that these sugarcane fires may result in 1 to 6 fatalities in South Florida each year, raising concerns about the safety and environmental impact of this method. Historically, the labor-intensive process of harvesting sugarcane involved workers using machetes to clear away the tough leaves, a task that was both time-consuming and physically demanding. The practice of burning the fields not only expedited the harvesting process, but also reduced costs for companies while helping to eliminate pests such as insects and rodents. However, Brazil, the world's leading sugar producer, has transitioned away from this method over the past few decades. Farmers there have adopted a technique known as green harvesting, which allows them to collect sugarcane without the need for burning, thus mitigating the associated risks and environmental concerns. In São Paulo, José Leandro oversees nearly 80,000 acres of sugarcane, utilizing advanced machinery to streamline the harvesting process. A circular saw is employed to cut off the tops of the cane, while a fan separates the leaves from the stalk, efficiently depositing the unwanted material onto the ground. This method not only preserves the soil's moisture and nutrients, but also prolongs the retention of the valuable juice within the raw cane. While both Jose and Tiago, the agricultural director of the farm, take pride in these sustainable practices, they acknowledge the challenges that accompany them. Many farms now depend on pesticides to manage pests, and the raw cane's additional leaf litter complicates processing, necessitating the development of new chemicals to handle the increased impurities. Sugarcane's role in the fight against climate change. The process of extracting sugar from sugarcane begins with shredding the cane, which is then crushed in mills to release the juice from the fibrous pulp. This juice undergoes a purification process before being boiled down to create a syrup. To separate the sugar crystals from the syrup, the mixture is spun in a centrifuge. Interestingly, this entire operation is not without its environmental impact. The leftover fibers, known as bagasse, are incinerated to generate energy for the facility. In Brazil, however, the focus extends beyond sugar production, as a significant portion of the harvested sugarcane is converted into biofuel, specifically ethanol. Ethanol has emerged as a vital alternative to gasoline, primarily because it burns cleaner and produces 62% less carbon dioxide emissions. This cleaner burning fuel has gained traction, especially since the Brazilian government began investing in its ethanol program back in 1975, a response to soaring oil prices. Over the next decade, sugarcane production saw a remarkable tripling, and the trend continued into the 2000s when the government promoted the use of flex-fuel vehicles capable of running on ethanol. Since the 1970s, the area dedicated to sugarcane cultivation has expanded fivefold, particularly in the state of São Paulo. Despite the growth in ethanol production, the practice of burning sugarcane fields has posed challenges, especially in the context of global efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. In 2002, São Paulo implemented legislation aimed at phasing out these burns over a 30-year period. With the support of new public policies, government funding, and increased foreign investment, farmers successfully transitioned to greener harvesting methods, achieving a remarkable milestone by 2014 when 90% of the sugarcane in São Paulo was harvested without burning. Today, Brazil stands as the second largest ethanol producer globally, generating over 8 billion gallons in 2023, trailing only the United States. However, burning remains a common practice in other major sugar-producing countries, including India and Thailand, and is still prevalent in Florida, where residents often contend with smoke plumes from nearby sugar farms. The environmental toll of agricultural burning practices. The smoke plumes generated by agricultural burns are so extensive that they can be detected from space, highlighting the scale of these operations. Each season, the state grants over 8,000 permits for controlled burns, with a significant concentration occurring in the rural area of Palm Beach County, commonly referred to as the Glades. While burning is prohibited on particularly windy days, it is allowed when there is a gentle breeze blowing inland, which helps to direct the smoke away from more affluent and densely populated neighborhoods. Notably, these burns are not conducted during the summer months, a time when 𝐟𝐸𝐫 and his wife chose to purchase their home, believing it to be a peaceful environment. 𝐟𝐸𝐫 and his wife Naomi experienced asthma attacks due to smoke from burns in the Glades, a community known for its high vulnerability to the disease. The couple believes the smoke is not just affecting them, but also their son and dog. The Environmental Protection Agency has identified residents of the Glades as among the most vulnerable to asthma in the U.S., raising concerns about the long-term health implications of living in close proximity to burning practices. Sugarcane fires release harmful gases and fine particulate matter into the air, including PM2.5, which can penetrate deep into the lungs and enter the bloodstream. Prolonged exposure to these particles can lead to serious health issues like respiratory problems, cancer, and heart disease. A study by Florida State University found that the concentration of these particles increases during winter burning. The sugar industry, worth $1.13 billion, often contests claims about its impact on air quality, claiming that their operations have no detrimental effects. Understanding the role of technology in sugar production. Recent reports from U.S. Sugar, one of Florida's major sugar producers, indicate that air quality in the Glades is actually better than the state average. However, the localized and often brief nature of the burns means that air quality monitors may not always detect the smoke. Local residents who find themselves in the path of the smoke plumes report experiencing immediate effects, highlighting a disconnect between the data and the lived experiences of those in the area. Numerous studies worldwide have established a correlation between inhaling higher concentrations of smoke and increased mortality rates, raising concerns about the health implications for these communities. We attempted to reach out to U.S. Sugar, Florida Crystals, and the Sugarcane Growers Cooperative of Florida for further insights, but unfortunately, we did not receive any responses. In Florida, many farms have access to machinery similar to that used in Brazil, but these machines are primarily employed for harvesting sugarcane after the fields have been burned. While some farmers may choose to engage in green harvesting during rainy or windy conditions, burning remains the prevalent practice due to its efficiency and its role in minimizing pesticide use. This reliance on burning is often justified by the argument that it allows farmers to be better environmental stewards while managing pest pressures. Another challenge faced by Florida's sugarcane farmers is the region's moist soil, which is rich in organic matter. This abundance of organic material can complicate the addition of excess leaf material, potentially impacting crop quality. The environment in South Florida does not favor rapid regrowth of sugarcane, which contrasts sharply with conditions in Brazil. Unlike Brazil, where regulations may encourage or require green harvesting, Florida lacks similar incentives. Consequently, if farmers here opt for green harvesting and encounter pest problems or poor crop regrowth, they do not have the safety net of government support that exists in other parts of the world, leaving them to navigate these challenges on their own. The U.S. subsidies sugar production, which has a net cost to the economy of $1 billion annually, primarily benefit large producers of popular crops like wheat, soy, and corn. The U.S. also makes most of its ethanol from corn, leaving little room for a potential sugarcane ethanol market. Farmers are not willing to spray pesticides or burn, but this is not an option. Reggie feels he has little choice but to stay and fight for greener alternatives, as he doesn't want to give up his house for burning. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe our channel and leave a comment in the comment section below.